So today's topic is strangle selling and scalping in options. So we have Mr. Harish Sharma, who is a full-time derivatives trader and especially in index and a scalper. So hi Harish, welcome to our show.
Hi, Shankar.
So along with Harish, we have with us Manas Shahu, who is the product manager with Paytm Money, Alok Chaturvedi, who is the derivatives head of Paytm Money, and myself, Shankho Mukherjee, trading expert with Edu and Edu Coach with Paytm Money. So, and all you lovely audiences there with us. So, welcome to this show. So, friend Harish, my first question is to you. How did you start your trading journey?
Like, hi, good evening, all. I would like to know you that my trading journey was started in 2011, kind of. So I didn't have any plan to enter the market. The only plan was to make money. So, and even the money was not mine at that point of time. I was jobless, to be very honest. So, uh, like, I started with intraday trading. I started with the equity kind of thing, and but in starting days, I faced losses, as usually it happens to all the beginners. And in between, I made some money also, but it was all in patches. So the period from 2011 to 2013 was quite loss making process. It was in the market. So I lost around during that period around 5 to 6 lakh in the market, and I traded equity, derivatives, commodity derivatives, and these kind of markets I traded. So that was my limit, last limit, because I could not lose more money into the market, as I become I come from a humble background. So in 2013, I got a job in broking industry itself. So where I got exposure to the market in a from a different perspective. So it was quite a learning experience for me. At that point of time, I was not trading. So, but I was into the market from 2013 to 15. I did job, and I was handling it a dealer's account, dealer's desk. So I was trading on behalf of clients.
So आप
which
डीलिंग डेस्क में थे पहले, मतलब डीलिंग डेस्क से आपका ट्रेडिंग वगैरह चालू हुआ तभी.
yeah, uh, can you repeat please?
हाँ, so आप डीलिंग डेस्क से चालू कर रहे थे ना.
Yeah.
तो
So
ट्रेडिंग.
हाँ जी. So
तो कैसे
2013, हाँ जी, 2013 से 15 तक मैंने जॉब किया था and as a dealer. Okay. So in that during that time I gained some certifications like NISM and NCFM certifications, which gave me theoretical knowledge about the market, and practical knowledge I got from handling clients account. But since I was not happy with the job, as it was taking it was purely a selling opening new accounts and like uh, generating brokerage and all that. It was all about that. So in 2015 September, I quit the job and got into pharma industry. So I did job there for approx 5 years, 5 to 6 years. But during that time, I was trading with my own money. From 2016, I was back to the market. As you know, जो एक बार मार्केट में आ जाता है आसानी से जा नहीं पाता है. पैसे कमाने के लिए हर कोई आता है. स्टार्टिंग में लॉस होता है, फिर उस लॉस को कवर करने के लिए और पैसे लेके आते हैं. So the same case was that with me. So from 2016 onwards, I also kept on trading by putting my own money. It was all in 20K, 30K, 50K, or max a lakh rupees. So 2016 to 19, again, it was a struggling period. Like results were not consistent. But like in 2019, like FY19 was my profitable year. And in FY20, uh, that was also a profitable year. So in April 2020, I left my job. And at that point of time, I had a capital of around 20 lakh. So I thought that I can make a handsome money like out of it, or I can generate a money equivalent to my salary. So that's why I took that decision to quit the job. And from there onwards, like I am a full-time trader. But the interesting part is that from April 2020 to October, I had a loss. So it was around like from 22 lakh to I came down to like 5 lakh rupees. So that was quite a nightmare for me. That was the real struggling period for me because I had taken the decision to quit the job and like that was all that. So now you can imagine like how bad it was. But from October onwards, like from 5 lakh to I have grown that money to like now it is with me like I am trading with about 4 crore of capital. So and last year like FY21 has been quite a remarkable for me. Uh, uh, in FY21, like in the starting, I had a capital of around 35 lakh, and last FI, I made a profit of around 4.20 crore. So that was quite an like satisfying, or I can say motivating story for me itself. Like
Amazing story,
Wonderful.
Harish. With so much of struggle, you started off and then you saw some good amount like 5 lakhs, 25 lakhs, 22,
yeah,
from bringing it down to 5 lakhs
yeah.
and now to 4 crores. Amazing journey, amazing journey.
So Harish, when did
So
you start entering to F&O? Like when did you start? Like you said that you started from 2015. So पहले equity से you started or उसके
yeah,
बाद
in
futures and options?
2011 I was doing equity, but in 2012 like I was into like Nifty, Bank Nifty derivatives mainly, like futures mainly. I was not trading options at that point of time, but and in the evening like I also used to trade commodities also. So which also gave me a quite a good exposure of like global markets and all that. So like that really helped me like now also like if I think about myself, so those were the times which are helping me now, and those were the times like which have built my understanding towards the market.
Okay. So you primarily sell options or like you buy also sometimes? Like are you primarily option seller? And like in which scripts you trade? Nifty or like Bank Nifty also?
Yeah, like for selling options, like you definitely need quite a handsome amount of money. So that was also a dream for me. Like at least like I wanted to have a capital of around 10 lakh. That was a dream for me a couple of years back. Like in 2019, it was a dream for me. But when I acquired that money, then post that I started selling options. Like I was aware of all the strategies which are built through options, but I never traded them. Earlier, I used to buy options, but from 2019 onwards, slowly I used to sell options. So selling and buying both have been part of my like trading till now. Also, like selling and buying are part of my trading, like selling and buying options. Hello.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Wonderful. So uh, basically, can you like you are mostly intraday trader or like you
Like
trade on take overnight positions also?
from 2019 onwards, I can say that I am an intraday trader. That too only in Bank Nifty. Earlier, I had like traded all the segments, but from 2019 onwards, I traded only in Bank Nifty. Sometimes in Nifty, but from last 2 years, I never traded in Nifty. I traded only in Bank Nifty. And option selling, I used to sell strangles primarily, but sometimes they are skewed, and it is also a process. Only selling strangle will not generate these kind of returns. So definitely, buying also comes into the play, and also the directional selling also comes into the picture.
Okay. So, can you tell us about like how do you start your trade? Like whenever we have trade start करते हैं for any day. So like what all things you keep in mind before you start to trade? Like आप market के पहले अपना prior study and all क्या क्या करते हैं before like making a view for the day before you start the trade. So how do you
Yeah.
go about it?
Yep. Like in the morning, definitely you need to look around all the global scenario and all that, and you also need to look what is the near-term trend and long-term trend about the market. So, I take trade by looking at levels of Bank Nifty levels. So from there, I used to take trade. It I also look what was the previous close and what was the previous day trend and all that. So these things also matters a lot uh, whenever I take trade during morning time.
Great. So, do you prefer selling options mostly? And
Yeah,
please tell us something about strangle selling and how to go about it.
yeah.
कुछ उसके बारे में
Look,
बताइए हमको. आप
yeah.
हिंदी इंग्लिश मिक्स कीजिएगा हरीश भाई.
Okay, fine. Like
शुक्रिया.
strangle selling, everyone knows about strangle selling. It's not a rocket science or all that. So I also used to make a strangle in the morning, not every day, but especially on Wednesday and Thursday, I used to make a strangle by looking at levels. So it is near about 1,000 points. It has a gap of around 1,000 points. So after making strangle, then post 15 minute, 20 minute, by analyzing the trend, I also used to take trades by with buying options and all that. So as I told, whenever the move come, which is which is not in my favor, or whenever a spike come, so definitely either straddle or strangle, that will go into loss. So for that thing, I used to do option buying in that direction, and it is quite fast. So my whole aim throughout the day is to keep my losses like uh, in my hand. So losses should be in check every time. So whatever the losses I occur through spikes, I try to gain it through either option buying or cutting my losing leg. So that's how I do. It is not throughout the day I will keep my strangle open. It is not like that. Yeah, but mostly on expiry, strangles are open throughout the day.
Okay. So like in Strangle, so do you like take any skewed positions towards like if you feel there is a directional move, so
Yeah,
आप
definitely.
calls and puts सब लेते हैं. So can you talk about like how do you select the strikes कैसे select करते हैं? अगर कोई move आता है उस like you go further out of the money अगर favor में जाता नहीं है trade या उसके लिए आप can you explain क्या क्या करते हैं इसके लिए?
These things are done whenever the move come, or whatever the data points are suggesting, whatever the option chain is suggesting, where the resistance and support are building. Okay, and whatever the chart patterns are, price action is showing. So that completely depend upon the price action. So for example, today from morning to 2 p.m., Bank Nifty was trading in between 200 points. But post 2 p.m., suddenly there was a fall. Okay. So it completely depend upon the price action, and you never know when it will go against you or in your favor. But
Right.
all I can say that I'm very quick in my in my execution. All that I can say.
Great, great. So, audience, this is for all of you. Whatever we are discussing here, it's completely for knowledge purpose, and these are not recommendation. Please do your own risk appetite and do it. If you have any queries and doubts, everyone, you can write to us, directly message us. Manas, Shankha, Alok, Harish. You can message us directly, and we will answer back your questions. So, Harish, my next question to you is: how do you, what do you do basically to analyze the option chain? How do you analyze the option chain?
Like definitely, open interest is the main data point that we look after in option chain, but that data points also keep on changing with the move. So the key here is like how you are reacting to that change. That is the most prime thing that I feel. So if the data points are changing and you are stuck to your position, then definitely you are not going to make profit. So wherever the data points are let's say there is a huge coal OI buildup, so definitely it will be a resistance, and same goes for put OI buildup. So the change in open interest and how it is changing, you need to look at that, like both for it applies for all like ATM, OTM, and near OTMs, all that. So like those who are putting big money, so they will be playing safe, and selling options is the key, is the instrument that big players use to trade with. So obviously option chain and support resistance, price action, these things I tend I used to follow.
So can you talk more about that? How about regarding the OI data, how interpret, because the open interest keeps on changing, and how to monitor the changes in open interest, like how frequently we should monitor it, and since sometimes on particular strikes the OI is built up but it vanishes. So how do you go on analyzing
Definitely.
the OI? Yeah.
Look, if the OI buildup is OI is ये बनते जा रहे हैं OI, लेट्स से एक लेवल पर कहीं पर भी, लेट्स से आज की डेट में 34,000 पर जो कोल OI था वो रेगुलरली बना हुआ था, ठीक है, और उसके अंदर कोई चेंज नहीं आ रहा था, मार्केट जबकि 33,900 950 तक जाके आई थी, ठीक है. सो you have to analyze that thing, whether the OI those who are selling coals, they are confident enough for that move to hold. So these are the points that I look. For example, market crosses 34,000 and still the OI is there. So chances are that it will reverse. And if let's say move is there and OI is getting also eroded, and put side OI is getting built up, okay, so that will define all the move. Today, there was hardly any put writing, so that was the prime reason for downfall.
Yes, very, very true. Even this thing happened for Nifty also, I was observing.
Yeah.
It reached previous day's high. The call open interest was high. Put open interest was building up, but could not beat it.
Yeah. Sometimes it will never ever be clear for you. मतलब साफ पिक्चर कभी नहीं होगी कि पुट OI कॉल OI देखकर आप बता सको कि डायरेक्शन कैसी होगी. ना, ऐसा कभी नहीं होता है. You have to look around entire picture. So how Nifty is going, how the other sectors like auto, IT, pharma, today the pharma was holding the Nifty, pharma and auto, but Bank Nifty was not supporting. Okay, how the global queues are going. So like entire thing matters.
तो इसमें हाउ डू यू यूज प्राइस एक्शन? सो आप प्राइस एक्शन भी बोल रहे थे.
Yeah,
सो इंडेक्स में प्राइस एक्शन हाउ डू यू प्ले इट ऑन द इंडेक्स, डू यू प्ले इट ऑन द फ्यूचर्स, और डू यू प्ले इट ऑन द ऑप्शंस का प्राइस एक्शन देखते हैं?
मैं ऑप्शंस का प्राइस एक्शन बिल्कुल नहीं देखता हूँ. मैं जो देखता हूँ वो लाइक निफ्टी और बैंक निफ्टी को मेनली ट्रैक करता हूँ. और बैंक
फ्यूचर्स या कैश?
spot and future, like
Okay.
yeah, that too on different time frame, like 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and an hour. And before the day I used to analyze all the like in daily time frame also I used to analyze what are the key support and resistances for Nifty and Bank Nifty both. So like this is how like I look at charts. And I would like to know my followers that I don't use any kind of hidden indicator or like a special indicator in my trading. It is very simple system for me, to be very honest. I use moving averages and just a simple MACD. I keep it on my screen. But MACD, it is a very basic indicator, I believe, nowadays. Everyone knows about it.
Yes, yes. So any other indicators do you see, like regarding to some momentum indicators like RSI or
No.
getting this selling
No.
or?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Never. Like in my trading, I never use any kind of other indicator because my approach towards indicator is different. Like for me, psychology is the thing that matters. Price action is the thing that matters. And if you can read the price action, like if you understand the price action, then definitely there is a greater probability of winning.
Okay. Right. So you look at like higher highs and higher lows forming candles and.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And like if you can simply draw a trend line, that will help. That helps a lot. Simple trend line helps a lot, whether it is in 5 minutes or 15 minutes or 30 minutes. That helps a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
So Harish, I had one question from the audience also. Like he would like to ask you that what is your option buying setup? Like this is the question I got. So, like what is your setup for option buying?
It completely depend upon my view. I would like to tell that on Thursdays I don't buy options. That is my weakest point. Okay, I am afraid of buying options on Thursday. I don't know why, but that is my weakest point. But rest of the day I can buy options if the trend is going against me. If I am clear about the trend. There are two things. First is I have let's say sold any call or sold a Strangle. Okay, and then there is a spike in premiums or premium are not getting eroded. Okay, there is a intraday loss. Then I will try to cover it by buying options. Okay, and that will definitely be in the direction of trend. So sometimes I take 15, 20 points or 30 points, and I do it for multiple times. So that's how I do. I used to take small trades. Small in the sense, quantities quite huge, but points that I take that is very small, and I do ATM buying options.
Okay. So for when you're doing Strangle selling specially, how do you put a stop loss? Do you put any stop loss?
No, there is
based on the break even or something.
Well, the listener should not take it in wrong way, but I never put stop loss in my system. That is always in my head.
Yes, but I know in options definitely, and especially when you're running a strategy, it will become very difficult to any which ways put it in the system.
Yeah.
But how do you place your stop loss, and how would you recommend others to place stop loss as well?
For me,
when you're playing Strangle.
Yeah. For me, stop loss if there is a complete trend, like a clear trend, okay, then I will not sell strangle. I will come out of it. I will go directional. Okay. Now the thing is, how will you come to know that there is a clear trend? That all I can say price action tells, or I can say it is own. It is my experience. Yesterday, like I was caught in the trend or wrong move, so I was not able to capture the down move. So there are things that obviously every trader can't be right every time. So, but the prime thing that I keep always in my mind, that is my like capital loss. I try to like not to lose 1% or 2% of my capital. Yeah, exceptions are always there. There can be some days, but my prime objective is to like not to lose my capital. That is my prime objective.
Yes, yes, that is an like very good suggestion. Like our main aim should be like to protect our losses rather than like to get the profit. So our capital should be protected. So
Yeah.
coming to our topic of scalping. So can you tell our audience what exactly is scalping? Scalping क्या होता है and what time frame you look for while scalping?
Yeah. I the smallest time frame that I prefer is 5 minutes
Sorry,
time frame.
Just to add in that only. Before that,
Yeah.
how you will identify whether this underline or script is perfect or good for scalping?
Well, uh, about script, I can't say anything, but I trade only in Bank Nifty.
Okay.
Only Bank Nifty.
I like I trade only in Bank Nifty. I used to track all the like kind of stocks, but my prime area for trade is Bank Nifty only. I keep a check on every sector. That's a different thing.
Okay, yeah. So you
Yes.
can you're telling about the time frame, yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
So the smallest time frame that I use is 5 minute only, and when do I scalp? When there is a clear trend, any kind of level is broken, then I go for scalping. So like that's how I do. Until and unless Bank Nifty is not breaking any kind of range or so. So till then I will not scalp. But whenever there comes a like sharp move, then I try to take it, whether it is in buy side or sell side. Like
So which time frame do you use, Harish, for this scalping technique? Which time frame do you use? 3 minutes, 5 minutes?
I told you the smallest time frame that I use is 5 minutes.
5 minutes, right?
But I do keep a check whether the index is making or breaking a level on 15-minute or 30-minute time frame. Like I do keep a check on that thing also.
Right.
Okay.
Hello?
But Harish, in that case, let's say assume you are saying that you are checking 5 minutes of time frame, right? And
Yeah.
let's say your whatever the breaking level is working on the 15 minute or 30 minutes. How more time frame you will analyze before taking the position? Is it only 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, or you are checking something else?
No, I'm not accounting for anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's say, okay, one more point. So let's say you are saying that whenever there is a sharp move, right? Let's
Yeah.
assume after the immediate sharp move, you got some position, right? And then the same move going into the wrong direction again.
Yeah. Then definitely like it happens with me. Okay, as I told, no one can be right every time. It happens with me.
Absolutely.
But my experience like comes into picture while playing this kind of while taking this kind of trade or strategy. Like
Okay.
when I am like dead sure about the move, then only I will take that point.
So similar one question I had from the
Just to
audience
add,
also, like, okay,
please go on, go on.
yeah, look, you can go on. I'll ask after that. Yeah.
Aja. So same question coming from the audience only. So there is a person called Ajinkya Bandekar. So he is asking that, in case of large quantity, how you are placing order, whether it is a market order or a limit order. The second, how much slippage you are getting in that in those cases.
I think like there are multiple tools available nowadays, but I have recently subscribed to a tool. It's been only 2 weeks or 2 weeks approx. But before that, I used to trade through everyone knows angel broking. I used to trade through it's a trade station platform kind of. So I used to place my orders through basket orders. You have to be super quick for that. I just keep making my basket orders, and when the move come, then I place that. And obviously, slippages, or no one can avoid slippages. They will always be there.
Right. So furthering this, so I've got one more question from audience. Like, do you keep stop loss in scalping also, and like how much point do you keep?
Yeah,
Definitely.
Definitely. Obviously, the candle decides that whether it is going up or not. Okay, I can't do anything in that. If it is going against me to a certain extent, I will keep it, or otherwise I will take exit from it. Definitely, no one can do anything about it. You have to take losses.
Yeah. So you must be putting some fixed stop losses like for this or any percent.
Yeah, in my mind, let me be very honest about option buying. I used to buy only 3 to 4% of my capital. Option buying hardly let's say I have a coal sell of around 10-12,000 quantity, for example, nowadays. So I will not buy options more than 5,000 quantity. Okay, I am very clear about it. I might be different from anyone else, but option buying, I will do it very cautiously, but with full confidence. Like whenever I am confident, then I will go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. So yeah, one question regarding to this also I got key. How do you get so much confidence to buy far OTM options like at bulk quantity which are trading around 3 rupees? So this was also a question from our
No.
audience.
I think those who are into the market, they know that buying far away options increases your margin. So you can trade with larger quantity. Nowadays, NSE last year only has come up with this rule that if you buy, it is only also for hedges purpose, and also it increases your margin money, like margin requirement, or I can say reduce your margin requirement.
Reduce
Yeah,
hedging
hedging.
margin. Yes,
Hedging order
reduce it.
bit. Yes. Okay.
So, what indicators do you use for scalping? You use any indicators or just price action and MACD?
Well, as I told during my entire day trading, I don't use or don't believe in any kind of indicator. Okay, the only I totally or I completely trust on price action. It is 5 minute, 15 minute, and 30 minute for me.
Great.
Moving averages are always there in the chart. That's a different thing.
So
Obviously,
yeah, one
moving averages
audience asked me like which moving average do you use, like simple or exponential? Do you check?
I use 50, 100, and 200 EMA, exponential moving average. Yeah.
Okay. So coming to one more question from the audience, like what adjustment do you take to have your strategy as delta neutral? So like for making your strategy as delta neutral, how do you make adjustments like in option selling?
Yeah. As I told, whenever I make a strangle and there is a premium spike, or I can say there is a move sharp move in the index, then definitely I have to cover the loss. Okay, so my entire intention is to cover the loss. It can be either through option buying. It can be either booking my leg, which is giving me loss and shifting it far away, or I can also be also I can also have my position naked. I will cut the leg. Simple.
That's amazing, and that's something which is very good practice. Very few people are able to do that. Harsh, do you have any questions from the audience? Harsh has sent me a question from the audience. Sir, please suggest best books or classes online to learn option trading. Harish, this question I got from Harsh.
Okay, I can't say which training, which trainer you should approach, but there are definitely number of books you can go through, but I have never gone through or read these books, but Market Wizards is definitely a good book to go through. The reason behind me not reading books was as I had done my certifications right in 2013, so I was aware of all the things about the future and options, and also about other financial market segment also.
Seriously, Harish, I think personally also that NSM book is quite good enough for a beginner to at least start off. And especially when you have Indian examples, because most of the other books which are international, you hardly get any Indian examples. So Dow kya kar raha hai, kya fayda? Incidentally, we have also started our Paytm Wealth Academy. So there also we do a lot of courses. Today we have a course on debit strategies. So we keep on doing these for our audience, and also we have a Paytm Wealth community where people come and talk about the different strategies which they use. And of course, we have this FNO pe Charcha.
Yeah, that's great.
So do you track global markets and Indian indices? या एकदम सुबह जब होगा देखा जाएगा?
नहीं, ऐसा कभी नहीं हो सकता. मैंने बताया ना कि I used to keep a check on everything, US, whatever is going on, US, the major news, or the data points that get to release in evening. I also keep a check on commodities, also gold, crude, silver, copper, everything. So everything matters, and for a broader picture, definitely. Sometimes there will be days when Nifty will not be correlating with the global indices. Okay. There will be days sometimes Nifty will be outperforming, sometimes it will be underperforming the global indices. But that also matters. When it is outperforming, when it is in correlation with the global indices, when it is underperforming. So everything matters. Just like subsectors, nowadays, IT is underperforming that as compared to other indices. So everything keep on changing, and everything matters. But never ever be sure about market moves or any data points or any kind of indicator or these things. Just take your stop losses. That's it.
Yes. I have one question. When you are speaking about stop loss, I have this one question.
Yeah.
What if, let's say, you've taken a long position,
Okay.
and market opens gap down? So how do you implement the stop loss? Do you implement that stop loss immediately, or would you wait for some time and then implement the stop loss after 15 minutes or 1 hour later? How would you do it?
Well, there have been times that when I have carried overnight positions and the next day is like market move is against me. There have been like quite a few times, and where I have got huge losses. Nothing can be done around that. So it is all up to you. What is your approach towards the market on that particular day? If you like, for me, if the loss is in control, then definitely I will wait. And if the loss is out of my control, it is reaching 4, 5, 6%, then definitely I will square it off. Like my first priority will be to square it off. That's it.
Okay. So you won't wait for the first 15 minutes, half an hour?
No. Like, in my understanding, like I will not wait. If it is out of my control, then definitely I will not wait.
So it's good to know, listeners, that Harish, I think this is a very big learning for us. Many of us wait. If it's a gap up or gap down, we wait. But Harish said strictly, like if it's out of his control, he will exit. And I think it's a good learning for even for us. So Harish, yes, Manas, you have a question?
Yeah, Harish. So, like, this question, like, a lot of our traders, a lot of our listeners also ask, like, for positional selling, what should be the expectation of a good ROI percent for a month? Like, how much should you expect? So, this is also asked from one of our audience, and like in many of our spaces, people want to know this. How much should an option seller expect ROI for a month?
Yeah. So, as per my experience,
In positional selling, in mostly positional selling. This is
yeah.
very
As per my experience, I believe one should expect 4, 5 to 6% max on month basis in positional selling. Like whether it can be like strangle selling or whatever it is. But these should be the expectations. Like we should not like things can be different. It can be either on a positive or a negative side, but the realistic expectation should be like 4 to 6%. That's it.
On your margin capital, right?
Yeah, margin capital, whatever the capital you have.
So, any other questions we have, Manas, from the audience? Hello?
One question
yeah.
which is not related to trading. Okay, so one user is asking how is taking a sleep while when you go overnight option position. So I don't know what is the answer.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone in the market is here to earn money. Okay, everyone expect to go his trade on his side. Simple. So whenever, like, first of all, I try to avoid taking overnight positions. Whenever the probability is high, then only I go with it. And that too, I go hedged. I never go into naked positions. Like it is very rare that any kind of like nightmare is there, but I always try that my positions are always in my check. Like let's say if the move comes against me, then the loss is also under my control. I always keep that thing in my mind. Otherwise like no one can save you.
And Harish, is there any specific value or percentage of your overall capital that you are going through overnight? Let's say, for example, you have a 1 crore of overall capital. How much overnight positions you are carrying? Is there 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, or any X percentage?
Well, whenever I I take overnight positions. As I told, they are hedged. Okay. Let's say if I am making a strangle pair, let's say if I am comfortable with it, then I will definitely go with my full capital. As you know, like selling requires a lot of margin. Okay.
Correct.
So selling both sides, like call and put, is always a hedge. Okay. And that too with buying options, buying for OTM. Okay. To avoid any kind of major happening. Okay. Major loss to your account. Yeah.
Like iron condor.
उसके आगे एक आपने इंश्योरेंस बाई कर लिया छोटा सा.
Yeah. Or I will go with the covered call or covered put. If I am okay with the move, either gap up or gap down, then I will go with covered call or covered put.
हाँ वो भी लॉजिकल करेक्ट. हाँ मेक सेंस.
Great. So, Manish, look, we don't have any questions anymore.
Not yet. I'm just
not
checking.
Okay.
Okay. One last question from the stock traders. What is one important suggestion that you give to new traders who are starting options trading now?
Okay, like option trading is like racing car. Okay, so first you should know the basic about the market. And if you are buying, if you are into buying options, then my advice will be like don't deploy more than 5% of your capital in one particular trade. Simple. Means your aim should be like you should not blow away of your capital more than 1 to 2%. Simple. This should be the logic every time. It is not about how much you are losing in that trade. That is a different thing. I am saying of your capital. You should not lose more than 2% of your capital. That should be the prime thing that you should keep in check before taking any trade, whether it is option buying or selling. So these things should be kept in mind.
Okay. So
And
like one.
one thing, be aware about the options. These are very like a risky instrument. So one should know in and out about the options.